Friday. Yes, it's me, Billy Mack, and welcome back to the garage. I'm going to do this real quick because I got to get started on it. As you remember in the last episode, video, whatever the heck it is. I like to say episode because it makes me feel like I am important, which we all know I'm pretty important, I guess. So let's see what we got here. As you can see, this is the rear end. It's all sprayed up, it's all bed linered, it's all good to go. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my brake cleaner, I'm gonna clean everything up. We're gonna reassemble this here rear end, throw it under the car, and get the car on the ground this weekend so we can pull this motor out and start working more on the front. There's a few things. We're gonna grind these down, TIG these up, clean up all in here. The engine has to sit back further, so there is adjustability on the mounts, so we can throw it back, but I do need my engine hoist. Not my engine hoist, but somebody's engine hoist. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to cleaning this. That part is boring. I'm just taking some brake cleaner, cleaning up all inside, cleaning up all in here, cleaning up all in there, just a little bit everywhere, making sure it is good to go. Then, all of my parts are upstairs for the rear end. We're gonna bring those down, reassemble the rear end, and then get it mounted in the car. As you guys know, I have completed underneath the car. I am definitely not world's master fabricator, but yeah, it works. So for now, I'm gonna get to the cleaning. I'm not gonna record it, so I can use this cellular phone device to play some good old Morgan Wallen as I do some work. I'll be back. All right. So I have the rear end cleaned up. Nathan is doing say hi, Nate.
Hi.
They didn't see you for a while. Hey. So he's doing the lower control arms, cleaning them up because they were bare metal. We're gonna spray those later. Right now what I'm doing is there was a couple of these nuts, or there was a couple of these bolts that did not want to go in here.
These nuts.
So I re-tapped them and threaded them, and they're beautiful now. Look at that there. Look at that there. Beautiful. So I got one more to go. This one here doesn't really want to go in. Stops right about there. So I'm going to tap those. I have myself the right here, 7/16 20 pitch. We're going to run that down there, and I'm also going to redo the threads on this bolt. Once I get this all together, we'll throw some grease in here. I'm going to clean all the whole pinion up, and we'll get it back together in there. And like I said, Nate and I will spray these lower control arms, get those ready. So basically, we'd like to get this all in the car today. Clean up the axles, throw those in. I think I have some yellow or some orange gasket. I hope I do. And then we'll clean up the rear brakes, get the brakes on, set in place, and throw this son of a bitch back up in the car. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, back to some Morgan Wallen. Okay, everything's cleaned up here. Re-threaded the bolts for the spool. This is cleaned up. All these little odds and ends are cleaned up. Axles are cleaned up. The gaskets for the axles are cleaned up. We have the lower control arms upstairs, sprayed with some bed liner. We'll touch them up with some paint later. That's cleaned, ready to go. Just got to get some grease and grease up the spherical bushings and whatnot. But I think for now, we're gonna go to the gym, hit up some legs, and then when we get back, we'll finish painting those parts upstairs, the lower control arms, and let those dry overnight, and then in the morning we should be able to throw all this together. So, we're gonna leave it at that for now. Stay tuned, we'll see you in the morning. All right, here we are the next day. Those dogs were going crazy. It's getting nice outside, but we are inside. We are just getting ready to set the spool back in, so Nathan's cleaning up all the shims. Basically the rear end, we have the pinion in. Not sure, this here seems to be tight, not real tight, but just doesn't turn freely. I don't know if it should just spin around. But yeah, this is where we're at. So we're gonna get the bearings and everything in, get the pinion in, put the case on. We don't have a gasket or anything, but I just want to cover that up. So if we're moving the car around, nothing gets in there and no dirt and crap. As soon as we get that in place, we will throw the rear end in the back of the car. All right, so we got the pinion and gear in. We got the lower control arms on. Now we're just setting in the uppers. And if anybody's ever put an 8.8 in a Fox, those upper control arms are not friggin' fun at all. Nah. So, we would keep you guys posted and let you guys watch what we're doing, but it's a lot of boring stuff. It's not fun to watch at all. So, whenever we get this mounted in place, we'll come back to you guys. Ta friggin' da. We got all them in, and literally the top ones kind of went in easier. They went in easier than the lower ones. Normally,
It's the other way around, isn't it?
yeah. So definitely a lot easier when you have somebody helping. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the tape off the ends here. I am going to throw the axles in. Get the brakes all mounted up. I was gonna do that outside the car, but I just figured it'd be easier to throw this in with all that extra weight off it, so I can throw that together anyway. So that's where we're gonna go next. Oh, you take tape off? You can put it back on. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm dry as heck, so I'm gonna go in the house, have a drink. Maybe go to the gym. Good time to go to the gym. My daughter's just getting home from school, so yeah, that's where we're at, boy. That's where we are at right now. So I'm so happy. So happy the rear end's back in. Look who showed up. Say hi. Hi. So this little girl here pulled a Napoleon Dynamite today. She called me from school. Stop licking your lips. She called me from school and she's like, Dad, my eyes are really dry. Can you bring me some eye drops?
They were! Because when I was looking at the computer, my eyes started getting really dry when I was blinking.
Story time. Anything else you gotta tell me that's bull crap? No, just that? Just that?
Ew, you're disgusting.
Disgusting. All right. So for now, I'm gonna edit the video. I don't know how long it is, how short it's gonna be, but this is what we did today. So we pretty well drill and tapped every bolt and hole on the ring gear. Put that all back together today, and got the lower control arms all cleaned up, everything all set into place. So it's all mounted now, it's all good, it's all measured out, so it's just a little bit of tweaking after. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the video at that, then I'm gonna get back out here, throw the axles and whatnot in it. But thank you guys for watching. It's Billy Mac Builds. Nathan, Olivia, and me, Mr. Dress Up.